Good afternoon, and welcome to the Los Alamitos School District Board Workshop. And how great to be surrounded by griffins everywhere we look. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to call the meeting to order, and Tim Thatch is going to lead us in the flag salute. Tim?
Would the audience please rise? And join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Okay, Miss Tina, roll call.
Mr. Fayette. Here. Ms. Catuli. Here. Mr. Forehand.
Here.
Mrs. Hill. Here. Mrs. Davidson.
Here.
Okay, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda for tonight?
I so move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
Okay, and it's been moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on to our workshop. Mrs. Reed.
Thank you so much, President Forehand. You know, it's always lovely when we get to start our workshops out honoring a school site and really taking the time with our administration team to reflect back on what really has been an amazing year. And so I'd like to start tonight by welcoming Mrs. Christiana Kraus to the podium, and maybe we'll have her introduce the choir first and the song that they'll be singing this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. This evening, it's such an honor to talk about our amazing show choir, and I'm hoping I have everything correct, but our show choir, again, had an incredible year, an absolute magnificent year, and I was honored to see them in New York with President Forehand this year, and it truly was exceptional. But this group, what people don't know is that half of them graduated last year, and so this is a very young team. So this very young team are, again, grand champions, national champions, and only the second group to ever go undefeated in their competition season. So, and so much of their themes of their music was about grit and resilience and overcoming. And I personally, not that I am a show choir knowledgeable, but the growth even from my eye was pretty amazing. And I got to experience what everybody else feels in the show choir community when this group performs. So you can see them in their spirit gear. And when I see them in it, I think of our board members and especially President Forehand and all of his spirit gear. And I feel like they also sang him a song when he was there. And so this, I feel, is kind of an honor of all the spirit that is given to us. Our students are giving back to our community tonight, and they will be performing Go the Distance.
expect me to hold it together again. I'm on. Christiana, they sounded just like we heard them in New York. It's beautiful.
I think we all like to start our day like that. Reminds us of why we do what we do. So good evening, President Forehand, esteemed members of the school board, Superintendent Dr. Pulver, Executive Cabinet, the Los Alamitos High School community, as well as our extended community here and on YouTube. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this night and talk a lot about what has happened at Los Al. It has been an ongoing tradition for our award-winning ASB team to develop our school motto each year. This year, our school-wide motto was Level Up. The idea and recognition that Los Al has many great things happening and is truly an exceptional campus. But the focus of Level Up was how do we go from great to greater in engagement, belonging, and well-being. The mindset focuses on how and what we do school-wide in our practices and programs and processes, creating intentional experiences that impact these 3 areas for every student. We, of course, recognize this is ongoing reflective work. Still, we know it is something that is not always easy, and it takes consistent efforts and communication for all on our campus and community. We at Los Al strive to continue the desire to grow academically, socially, emotionally, and culturally as a school community and beyond, that every single student has access, the support, and encouragement to achieve their personal best as they prepare for the future beyond high school. We know this starts with offering a relevant, rigorous, and high-interest curriculum and instructional program for all students. As a staff, we continue to collaborate and reflect on our research-based lessons and delivery. With a focus on engagement this year in the classroom, our teachers explored best practices from their colleagues and developed things like edu protocols, which allow them to plan lessons with students' needs in mind. Our campus continued our professional learning that was developed from the staff feedback, as well as information from student surveys. We added mini training sessions on Wednesdays entitled Pocket PDs. We held them after school every other week. These professional development sessions had a wide range of topics from engagement strategies to edu protocols, supporting reluctant learners, as well as breathing techniques to foster mental focus. Presenters were fellow educators as well as outside instructional experts. Each session was actually recorded by our CTE film students and placed on our site professional learning page. We titled this Learning Spotlight. Our goal was to build a one-stop shop for our teachers in best practices with the intent that they have stored training library and to allow teachers the access and resources year-long and year-round as often as they needed. We offer a wide array of experiences in our core, our CTE pathways, visual performing arts and world languages. It is not uncommon to see our students outside the classroom. As we know, learning does not happen to happen in a traditional setting. We continue to expand our CTA pathways as well as our students' experiences. As a site team, we strive for what is current and add courses that meet the needs of our diverse students and learners in their interests and in their passions. We saw in our classroom that it transferred into our outside competition teams, where we saw incredible success in our MUN, Science Olympiad, robotics, computer, and engineering competitions, just to name a few. Academically, our students keep reaching record-breaking goals and achievements. This past fall, we mailed 2,426 honor roll and principal honor roll certificates. That means 81% of our students have a GPA of 3.0 or above, with actually 1,700 of those students earning a 3.5 or higher. While this may be impressive data, we also know we have a great responsibility to support our students' academic needs and recognize their why. What motivates, that drives them, or interferes with their ability to be successful. And working together to better understand our students' why, we have been working with Challenge Success for the last 2 years. We organized 2 shadow days. We had 35 of our students who varied from different academic pathways share their entire day with a staff member. Our staff members were made up of classified and certificated members of our teachers, counselors, clerical, and administration. This was a goal to inform us, so our volunteers shadowed our students from the start of the day, had lunch with them to the end of the day, and then they processed their day together. Then in our spring professional development, we had in one of our breakout sessions, panel sessions, where our students came on their day off of school with our teachers and staff who shadowed them and shared out with the entire campus so that the colleagues could ask questions about their experience and learn more. This has really enlightened us on what it feels like to be a student 6 hours on our campus a day, let alone everything else that they're doing. It has kept us working on our focus and our intentional instruction and having increased awareness how important communication across content areas really are. Academically, we continue to achieve success in our local and as well as our statewide data. Our graduation rate, again in 21-22, was 97.9, and our A through G UC Cal State rate is at 79%. And as you can see, we continue to shine in our CASP in our state data. Last year, we looked at how can we connect our Griffins more and continue to build a servant leadership-oriented school. We were able to bring back our link crew, and we had 170 juniors and seniors supporting our incoming freshman class. We had almost 100% attendance on our freshman first day from our incoming 9th grade class. And we didn't stop there. We had about 8 different events that our link crew leaders participated, really connecting with their 9th graders throughout the entire school year. From just Kona Ice and games outside to Cocoa and Cram, where they helped them study for their first, time's up? Okay. For their first semester finals. And so this really was a great opportunity for them to have mentors and leaders throughout that time. Our student clubs actively grew to over 120 diverse, inclusive, and interest-based groups built by students. These clubs actively competed successfully in outside competitions and promoted diverse cultural experiences for students on campus as well. This last year, we visited a high school that had a program they called it their Student Mentor Program, where they use students, our juniors and seniors again, to help support students who struggle, because the reality is that still exists, and we knew we had an opportunity to maybe level up our support for those students. As you can see here, our mentors work with one to three 9th or 10th graders and support them individually in the classrooms and skills lab, as well as peer mentors in our well space. These are just some samples of GPA increase that we truly were not hitting as well without this one-on-one. The emails we are receiving from teachers and content specialists seeing the growth in their students who struggle and are really connecting it not only to the teachers that we intentionally put in there, but also our student mentors who are supporting them. We have also placed them as a pilot program in some of our younger grade level core classes, and those teachers are reporting they're seeing their reluctant learners improve. So here's a little promo we just sent out in our Griffin News about our Student Mentor Program.
The Student Mentor Program is accepting applications for next school year.
If you're interested in being a mentor and helping other students, watch this next segment.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a lifeguard.
I'm a friend.
I'm a filmmaker.
I'm a leader. I'm a mathematician.
I'm the better miller.
I'm college bound. I'm a student mentor.
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 The Student Mentorship Program is an opportunity for students to help fellow classmates by tutoring, connecting, and assisting in their coursework. The program is designed for all students hoping to improve their leadership, communication, and problem-solving abilities. For any questions, email or schedule a visit with your counselor.
So in our first year, we have had 64 mentors. They support, just so you're aware, we have 74 9th and 10th graders who are in our skills lab, 108 11th and 12th graders, as well as 175 students who are needing support in remediation to meet their A through G. So it is a subgroup that we're really proud of, that we're able to provide more supports, and again, expanding that servant leadership and heart of service. As we know, academic achievements and outcomes are important. We also know that cannot happen without a high-performing climate and culture for all. Every month, there is intentional activities to provide these experiences for students and staff. We have Fun Fridays where oversized games are available in our quads for students to play during lunchtime. Seasonal socials are organized as our board and our executive cabinet know, because they help us in these areas. Hot chocolate and churros to 1,500 pre-scooped ice creams for Coke floats at lunch. We have seasonal assemblies, Thanksgiving festivals, spring lunches for students and staff, Pie Day, our Los Al Locos, and Mr. Griffin, just to name a few. Of course, again, as I said, there's so many things I could say about this community, but our PTSA, LAIF, our local communities such as Starbucks, Dave's Hot Chicken, and Simply O, and more really provide us these extended supports for our school. These events are executed by our incredible parent volunteers and our very own district board and executive cabinet, who are always there to assist us. Continuing our school-wide and helping students get connected, we provided recognition programs that expanded beyond academic achievements to celebrate citizenship, effort, and improvement, with the support again of PTSA and our local Los Al for Life program. These students are highlighted and selected by their teachers for all different reasons, really focusing on a lot of students who have made huge efforts to improve, and really focusing in on the whole child and having some rewards for them. This year, we were incredibly excited that we were able to bring back Guam, Griffins with a Mission. This has been a legacy tradition where all of our 9th graders go to Weaver in the fall, and older students, again, create these experiences and a community building for all of our freshmen. It's a wonderful legacy and tradition with the goal to ensure respect, understanding, empathy, as well as guiding learning and reflection on new thoughts and ideas. It was a lot of agains, they got to come back. We found ourselves collaborating with the youth center in our community, bringing back the powerful Every 15 Minutes program, which has not been on our campus since 2019. The high-impact experience is geared for students to reflect and make good decisions regarding drinking and driving, under the influence, and distracted driving. A district and a site focus as we came out of the pandemic is mental health and well-being in the micro and macro level, and that is evident by the extra supports we have received throughout the years. This December, we were fortunate to open up our well space that our students focus group named The Loft. It is a beautiful space. It is completely relaxing, and we know this, again, would not have happened without our generous community. The space is opened from 7:30 to 4:30 all day long. We have one wellness counselor, Miss Emily Letterman, an LSW, Ashley Wieswright, and a military-provided counselor, Kyra Moreno, to work with our students, staff, and families. So for the last 4 months, we have had over 500 students who have checked in for formal support, let alone the large groups that come in before school, nutrition, lunch, and after school, just to hang out, do homework, or have just a place to settle in. We are excited, as you can see, our garden is currently under construction. This is another place where our students and community can reset and just catch their breath. So it's been busy, and we've been on TV a lot, and I hear we're on it again. And so if you didn't catch it, our school shined with our show choir and all of our spirit on KTLA and ABC, and I hear Good Day LA is next. Our dances, again, record numbers of how many students attended, and our stadium student sections were bursting with record-breaking numbers, cheering on each other and showing Los Al pride. We had much rain, as you see here, but we always found a way to keep our big events happening. This was demonstrated with great success in our Griffin Games week-long competition, culminating in our school-wide field day. We don't have a picture or a video, but it's out there. We also had some of our teachers participate on each team for the first, I think it was a belly flop, I don't know, competition. We had a Los Al alumni, a newer teacher that everybody knows now because it's that memorable. We, again, had revamped our open house last year, and we continued that tradition by incorporating it with our 8th grade night. It was in that PAC, I am glad the fire department wasn't there. It was standing room only, all the way up and down. It was well attended, and many of our incoming families said it felt like a festival of joy and excellence. Again, in the 4As, we continue to see incredible success in athletics, activities, arts. Since I've already spent a lot of time in academics, our athletics, again, had 8 league championships and multiple semifinalists in CIF and finalists in CIF and state. So it was a very, again, another successful year, but I always say when you have 51 NCAA Division I, II, and III, and NAIA signees, that shows even our students are moving on with their academics and athletics to success. And never forget our award-winning arts, performing of fine arts. I heard recently in PTSA, we were voted the most artistic school, and that had to do with how many of our students submitted art. And if you caught it in the newspaper, we had some semifinalists, Orange County artists, semifinalists. And our ASB and our award-winning ASB and student section, and if we would have opened that up, you would have seen it wide all the way across it. I think our highest number may have been 1,600 students attended a game. We have joked, and now you all have done too, it has felt like ribbon cutting year. We feel like which is a good problem to have. We've had so much celebration with ribbon cuttings, and it really had to do with we're so grateful, as you can see, our STEM building, all of our classrooms are in the process of beautification so that they're updated. We had some portables that disappeared over spring break, thank you. And really opening up our campus as we continue to look at how we provide a modernized campus for all of our students. So with that being said, our communication, We continue weekly communication with our families through Parent Square and our SMORE, as well as with our staff. Not only do we communicate X's and O's and information, we also take that time to celebrate student success and school success. And we get feedback from our families and from our staff. And recently it was, can you give us resources and tools? So if you saw our newsletter, and I think the parent newsletter, we're averaging about 2,400 clicks. That's, I don't know how long they stay on it, but 24 clicks. So we started providing webinars our families could sign up for, and if they didn't watch it, we get it recorded and we send it to you anyway in their own time. That's the same with our staff. We provide a lot of information, but we also celebrate teachers and highlight practices that are really supporting students in our engagement, belonging, and well-being. Los Alamitos is a great school and a school community. We are committed to level up to be greater. We are fortunate to have a committed community, staff, students, and partnerships who are there right beside us supporting the mission and vision of our school and district. From the robust boosters for our arts and athletics to our community partnerships, LAIF, PTSA, parent volunteers, as well as the support not only verbally but visibly from our Board of Education and our district office. We are truly grateful for you all. Thank you. Just stop here if there's any questions.
Mrs. Cross, a great job, and I just want to comment the fact that we have 80% of the kids being on the principal's honor roll or above. That is not only a reflection of success, obviously, on the students who did the work to get a B or better, but the tenacity and passion of the teachers to make sure that 100%. Their students not only sort of kind of knew it and got a C, but really had a good understanding of it. So, I mean, yes, it's a great reflection on the students, but I really want to give a shout out to the staff because I know that grades are very important to the staff as well as to the students. So I was really impressed with that. And 120 student clubs, you could be deaf and blind and still find a club that you were interested in.
We have a club for.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
They have a club for that. Yeah, they have
American Sign Language. Yes.
It is just the involvement of our students to become committed to being a Griffin, and the commitment of everyone on the campus is just so impressive. And thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Well, there's so much to celebrate, and I'm going to keep it. There are two things that I just wanted to mention that aren't necessarily showcased all the time. But first of all, thank you for your leadership and your administrative staff. You guys are incredible. You're gifts to every student and family, and I can't thank you enough for that. Teachers, they go the extra mile all the time, coaches, everybody on that campus. But I think from your presentation, to see, and this is like, amazing. The GPAs of those kids go up from 1.6 to 3.35. I taught for 25 years, and to make a difference like that is life-changing. It's life-changing because those kids now know they can do it, and they don't find it out in one class in 11th grade. You're starting them out as freshmen knowing that they can succeed at a level that could get them into not any four-year college. We know that's almost the most difficult challenge, like climbing Everest, but they have opportunities that might not have been open to them just because they didn't know people believed in them or they could believe in themselves. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for that. And then also I have to say that the times that we as a board get to be with Cabinet on campus for the fun events like the root beer floats and all that, I shout out to the kids. I mean, it's like giving a birthday party for there's just pure joy, and they're so incredibly appreciative and thankful. Every single student, you would think we're giving them like a Porsche. I mean, they're just so thrilled to be getting this treat at lunch, but whether they're thrilled or not, they act like they are, and they're so grateful. So parents, you've done a great job raising kids with giant hearts and really wonderful manners. So thank you.
Thank you very much. To piggyback on what Marla said, the student mentor program, amazing, peer-to-peer, that is so strong and so powerful. And I just really appreciate, I was not aware of that until it came in your report today. And all of the things that you have done and impacted your whole staff and impacted the culture at the high school. Also, I love that you've added culture to one of the standards that we want to look at. And so to make students more appreciative of each other's culture, and also I really do believe, and I've said this many, many times, that we have an incredibly professional staff at La Salle High School, and that you are finding other ways of being able to continue to give them professional development and what fits for them, just like you're doing with the students. You're meeting them where they are. And just really appreciative of all of your leadership, your staff's leadership, and the great work that's going on there. Some days it's hard to believe it could get any better, and it keeps getting better. So thank you very much.
Christiana and staff and parents, I had a long career in public education, and I always thought supervising principals at the high school level, it was like running a city. It's running a very large city. So congratulations to our students, your staff, our staff, and our community. They are so supportive of you guys, and justifiably so. So thank you for making us shine.
Thank you.
Dr. Pulver? Oh, Scott.
Thank you. Yes, please. I would love to. There's so much to be able to share. I had to put my glasses on because I took so many notes during the presentation. You know, it's inspiring to see at the end of the year, as we're getting close to the end of the year, all of the amazing things that our students, that our staff, that this community has really rallied behind its youth in so many ways to provide these unlimited opportunities. I don't know another high school out there that is like Los Al. And when we talk about being a Griffin for life, it truly is. And we're so fortunate to be a district where all of our students land at Los Alamitos. They all become Griffins. It's so nice to see so many of our principals here too, to really kind of be part of that recognition of this Griffin spirit, because that's where we land. But when I think about exactly, Chris, what you said about being the high school can be like a little city, no matter what time of the day or what day of the week or over the recess or over a break. It is hustling and bustling. There is always something going on, and there are so many different things to find a niche for our students, and we always have room to improve. We always want to find ways to continue to meet the needs of our diverse students. And I love how you talked about really, I think, opening up about the social emotional as well as the culturally as well. How do we expand that for all of our students? When we talk about the 4 A's, it was so evident in this presentation. As well, the excellence in academics, athletics, activities, and the arts. And so it just is beyond measure when I think about the Pocket PD that has provided the numerous opportunities for our staff and to our teachers to continue to perfect their craft and to be really model what it means to be a lifelong learner, to have the whole learning spotlight. I think that the website also makes a great impact. But I think, data really helps us illuminate, and like many of us up here got a little emotional, was to see the strong impact of our mentor program. And just what we know, we have amazing kids who have big hearts and are willing to help support one another. And the difference, a lot of times we talk about research about having at least one caring adult can make a difference on the impact of a student. We also know having at least one or more caring friend, colleague, et cetera, can help lift people up. And I know we talk about the student mentors as well, and 64 is beyond impressive. But I know it takes a team of our psychologists, of our counselors, of our administrators to really support them and provide that. So that is just beyond impressive as well. And then when I think of this administrative team as well, who is just a solid team who continues to work hard, it can be, I can remember I was during our February break and I go to a Tustin High School and I see 2 of our administrators there supporting our student athletes who are who are, whether it be in the beginning of the year, Christiana, you're at everything. And to be a high school principal, it takes a big sacrifice on your family. If I remember, you were traveling to Florida in the beginning of the year with our football students. You're in New York to support our show choir. It is a lot, and I just want to thank you. I can't believe it's only been 2 years. I hope it's many more to come. Thank you for all the work and the love and the passion that you bring, and it truly is making a difference, and you're making us better as well, the entire team. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Christiana, you're going to continue now.
I am. It's a big, it's so much greatness that you're like, wow, it's overwhelming on how many things we get to honor and I share. I'm still in awe. I know I'm finishing year 2 here, but the commitment of our students and our community and the parents, it's something that is special to me and in my 2 decades and a half plus of being in high school education. So I just have a lot of gratitude to our families. And this is one of those elements is our Pinnacle Award, which is our Golden Eagle Scouts Award. It's an important, serious award. It is truly the climax and goal towards which Scouts have been working towards for several years. Excuse me, guys. It's the highest, most coveted award in all of Scouting, and it is the last major step in advancement in this program. It is at the point that the Scouting has achieved this purpose in these awards. And so this is building on participation, citizenship, and growth in moral strength and character. It's a development of physical, mental, and emotional fitness, and to make the world a better place. And that is really what this award, and again, a testament of how many of our students at this high school that achieve that award goes back to that servant leadership mindset. And I do believe that the Eagle Scouts and the Girl Scouts and this culminating award really measures. So at this time, I'm going to call up our students' names, and then we'll have a short video and to honor this incredible. So Andrew Baldwin. Oh. I love it. You keep standing, absolutely. Emily Birch, I saw her in here. Benjamin Knigge, I should know how to say that. I know him. Well, not here tonight, okay. Maximiliano Ponce. Tate Griffin. Christopher Lavalley. Luke Grissoff. Matthew Lee. Michael Lee. And Kenji Swan. David Mesa. Kieran Trevetti. And Timothy Thatch. And here's a short video about their projects. So again, congratulations, and you should be proud. You have amazing children, and now adults moving on. We're just really honored to have had them these years in this project that we got to share with you. So thank you.
I saved my time for earlier for now. I've been involved with the Boy Scouts for many, many years. It's an incredible program, also the Girl Scouts. To reach this level of award takes an incredible amount of dedication, hard work, perseverance, and that's just for the parents. So when Rick stood up, we know who the driving force is. No, it's an incredible program, and I commend all of you who completed it. It's an accomplishment. It's literally one of the only things that you can put on your resume for the rest of your life and be proud of. So I just want to say congratulations to all the parents and a job well done to all the students.
It is beyond impressive to see the number of our students who go above and beyond to serve this community, whether it be our direct LaSalle community or our community at large. And I think it's one of the best gifts we can ever give anyone in society is the gift of our time and the gift of ourselves. And it has legacy impacts. And so that's what's so neat to see in many of these videos is the work that you're doing is creating a lasting legacy. And this community raises amazing students. Scott is absolutely right that it comes from the family. The family is such positive role models for them as well, and they're positive role models for us. You guys are impressive, and thank you for that servant leadership. You're really an exemplar for all of us. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I feel like we have some theme going on here about servant leadership and servant hearts, and something that we've been talking with on our campus. And I think this is a testament. We say, if you can just extend your arm one length farther than it naturally lands to take care of a person that's just right out of your reach, we will take care of every single person around us. And that's really what all of this community building. And so moving on to Hero of Heart, I feel that talking about this young lady out back there truly has someone who has reached out in many different ways, at least one arm length farther than it naturally lands to take care of others. So if I could have Monica Graham, our Hero of Heart, come on up here. So we were able to surprise her at what we thought was really appropriate, that she's oversaw at our PTSA Awards of Excellence for our first time. But I want to reiterate some sentiments about Monica. She has been part of PTSA since her children have been in this district, and her last one is leaving us. But she goes way back. I think I met her my fourth day here. We had a meeting, and she is a 1990 grad at, I said your age, I'm sorry. And she says it proudly. She tells me all the time, 1990, because that's our year together. Proud of 1990 grad. Me too. I'm proud too. Not from LaSalle though, but proud 1990 grad, and has continued to give that throughout the elementary schools, working when her students were at Hopkinson and then at Oak. She's oversaw many Hukilau, thank you, sorry. No, Hukilaus and book fairs and room parents and numerous classrooms. From a Husky to a Lion, she again was on the executive vice president, treasurer for 2 years, in supporting tons of fundraisers and student events such as Pi Days. As her two students came to us, she continued that. And Monica likes to be in the background, but what she did for us, along with quite a few of our veteran PTSA parents who came back last year, is they helped us, and she made herself go to the front to help us. And she's not good about, she doesn't like it. She tells me that all the time. But it rebuilt our PTSA stronger than ever, and they made sure we had a really strong PTSA after to take on with parents with incredible skill and a heart like hers, one that is hardworking, diligent, and inclusive. She's always thinking about that kid, and I think that's like the LoSal for Life. They heavily support that, and our Skills Lab program, and I didn't mention that in my speech, but also the Skills Lab, reaching and supporting kids who need maybe a little extra, that don't have the kind of support sometimes that that others that I have. So there's been a real focus on supporting those programs for us. She always takes care of everything, and she's smiling even when we're like holy buckets. Like, she's still smiling. And she's made Disney love us back at our grad nights, where we think we might have the most sales. How many are we sold out yet? We have like 650 tickets we bought. Yeah, but our group,
yeah, they love us.
they love us because basically almost every senior goes to grad night. So we are almost sold out, or we are, but that's second year in a row. And so taking it from what our grad night was, transitioning it, it has been seamless because of her leadership. She runs in, does spirit wear. She's just the person who does everything, and a dime makes something happen. 110% in for our kids, and she's always, her why is for our students. And so we're just truly grateful for her and her commitment, not only for LoSal, but our LoSal community. And we thank you for everything you've done for us, and I just really appreciate you, so congratulations. Thank you. Absolutely.
I know I don't have to say anything, but I would like to thank the patience and understanding of my husband and supporting me all those years. And he knows it's a lot of effort, but I enjoy it, and all the parents that I've been able to meet and work with, and of course it is for the kids, but I'm just grateful to be honored in the community I grew up in. So it's very cool. We have a little bit more. We have hold on, there's more. Oh, golly. Oh, we have two more things.
On behalf of the Board of Education, we have no budget as a board, but we do have a special medal, and you gave out about 6 million medals the other night. I watched you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one's for you from the board, and you make a difference, so we appreciate you.
Also, right over there, it's on the plaque that will go up in our offices and shine forever there. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
We're going to make some other wonderful acknowledgements. Our Supervisor Employee of the Year, and it looks like, Andrew, you're going to take care of that. It does look like that. Andrew, we want to remind everybody to stay for pictures. Okay.
Yes, we would love to take pictures of all of our Eagle Scouts, and obviously the choir had to leave, and those getting the recognitions and our Hero of the Heart. So tonight, this afternoon, we're in this middle time zone, I guess. We are pleased to be able to acknowledge and really honor an exceptional employee who is our classified supervisor of the year. I'm going to call him up, and I'd like to speak a little bit more about him. But Mr. Chef Kevin Dennis, would you please join us? So you can't help but be inspired by that infectious smile. And that is Chef Kevin each and every single day. He is such an exceptional employee who goes above and beyond to support our students, to support our staff, to support so many of our sites. He's been with us for about 8 years, and I kind of forget that you started at Oak. I just think of you synonymously with Los Alamitos High School, but he actually started at Oak Middle School and then has spent the last 7 years as a Griffin at Los Alamitos High School, and really just leading a huge team of our food service employees and servicing meals, breakfast and lunch to our students. But in addition, he does catering. He will cater for our administrator meetings, and I'm sure numerous events at the high school that Christiana will probably speak about. But he just has the spirit of love, of light, that I can do this, that I'm here for you. There is no task too big or too small. He's always willing to pitch in. He goes above and beyond whatever the call of duty or the hours that he has. And he is just someone who is extremely inspiring. And we are so fortunate to be able to have you as one of our members of our family. And I can't think of anyone more deserving to be recognized with this extreme accolade of being selected as our classified supervisor of the year. There's a few of us that want to speak, so I'm going to turn it over for now to Mrs. Krause.
So to reiterate, Kevin is special, that smile and but it's that smile that represents his attitude about everything that happens on our campus. He always finds a way. The reason we can do 1,500 pre-scooped ice creams is because we go, Kevin, how do we do that? And then he's not that person saying, oh, not here. And that's not always the case. When you have worked other places, he's like, let me help you figure it out. This is how you do it. All hands in. I can't give him the craziest idea, and he'll always tell me we'll figure it out. He's just joy. He's, again, a servant leader and wanting to make sure he can take care of every student, every staff member in the community. He gets here really early in the morning and travels really far, and you would never know. And as he says, I know that he also caters outside. So he's someone who works hard and really talks with joy about his family. And I saw them here, so I'm excited to see them and his children. But you never would know that he is constantly, hands in working, because when we have him, it's like he got 15 hours of sleep and ready to rock and roll every day. And when we have an issue or a thought, where he is right away figuring it out. So we just appreciate you and what you do for our students, what you do for us on our campus, for us. And you really are a bucket filler for so many on our campus. So thank you, Kevin.
All right, good afternoon. So I've probably known Kevin for a shorter amount of time than most of you in this room, but it has been a great opportunity for me to get to know him. And actually, he's one of the first people to welcome me into the district, and that's because I met him at the district-wide staff welcome back meeting last year. I really didn't know anyone except for maybe Kaylee and HR. That's about it. And so I headed straight to the kitchen. It's our department, but also because I didn't know anybody. And I met Kevin. And I tagged along with him. He was there early with his staff, like 6 a.m., preparing parfaits and getting the breakfast table ready for all of the staff to attend. And every corner we turned, literally every person we passed was like, he was high-fiving, hugging, like whether he was greeting them or they were greeting him. And I was like, wow, he knows everyone. And I was like, I better stick around close to him. Because I didn't know anyone, but even though I had just met him a few minutes before that, he was introducing me to everyone that we met. And I was like, oh, wow, like that just really made me feel welcome, because it was just a little awkward for me. But I really appreciate that, Kevin. And then just beyond that moment, Kevin has continually shown just a genuine care and passion for especially his staff. He's someone who remembers birthdays, who celebrates the wins, and even with his acts of kindness, just celebrating just because moments. He'll come in, he's always smiling, of course, but he'll have either a pastry in hand or something, and it's like, this is just because. And I don't know, it's those small things that I think really help staff to trust you, to work with you, and to know that they're genuinely cared for, not just the job that they do, but even their birthdays and something as simple as that. So really appreciate it, Kevin. I just want to say his team, and it is the largest team in our district, serves consistently about 600 to 700 breakfasts every morning and about 1,100 lunches every single day. So his numbers are very consistent, and it feeds a lot of students. So I just want to say thank you, Kevin. I know being, having the heart that you do is not something we can teach you to have. It's something you just have on your own. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, you get to speak. Yeah, you have to. It's part of the passage. You have to speak. He's getting nervous. So I'm going to make it really short so he gets even more nervous. I just want to say congratulations. He really does epitomize what we say when we say a service with a smile. I don't jog very much these days, but when we have principal admin meetings here, I do, because I know that Kevin's going to put a sweet spread out. And if you know, like any kind of teacher meetings, usually the spread's not that great. It's like big old muffins from Costco cut in half because we try not to eat the whole thing. But when I know there's an admin meeting here, I'm always jogging over to see what Kevin's going to put out for us. So congratulations, job well done. Now it's your turn.
Wait, Kevin. You also get an amazing from the Board of Education. You are number one. I agree with what he said, she said, and he said. So you're the best. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for the honor. I am honored to receive this and honored to be able to serve this community. Appreciate it. I do want to thank my wife and my kids to give me motivation to continue to do what I do, and my staff and the admin, and I do love serving the kids. So it's pretty easy job when when I do what I love. So thank you guys for this. Come on. This Portia, my wife. That's my son Kai. And my daughter Kennedy. Kennedy, my daughter, she's shy. Just like so they came a long way. We live in Riverside. So they're kind of tired, so
Ms. Elvia, will you please come up to the podium to join me as well? So we are also really excited and pleased to be able to acknowledge another exceptional employee of the year. I'm going to call him up and then probably embarrass him and speak a little bit about him. So our administrator of the year, and not only has he been selected as our administrator of the year, Mr. Nolan has also been selected as the Orange County Region 17 Classified District Office Administrator of the Year. So come on up, Jay. So CJ is such a spectacular employee. He's been with us in 4 short years, and I'll remember specifically because on Christmas Eve I came down to the district office so that he could get his fingerprints because we had a lot of work to be doing. We had just passed a bond, and our previous director was moving on, and so we wanted him to hit the ground running come July. I think actually even before January 1, and he has hit the ground running since then. He has such an extensive knowledge of construction and facilities that he has been a wealth of expertise for us, particularly as we passed Measure G and embarked upon really some huge, massive projects that I'll talk about in a little bit. But in addition to facilities, if that was just his full-time job, bravo, and certainly well-deserving of this. But he also oversees maintenance, operations, and transportation. And so and he does an exceptional job at that. He works with a great team who helps lift him up as well. But when I think about the past 4 years, Mr. Nolan has been a significant leader in really transforming the face of this district. I don't think there's another way of putting it. When you think about, and probably during one of the most difficult times during COVID, during massive supply chain issues, and making sure that throughout these entire projects, we made on time and on budget. When you think about all of the different things, we finished renovating and redoing all of our playgrounds. The Aquatic Center, he was just coming in as we were taking a look at that. An 84,000 plus square foot multi-story STEM building, math, science, CTE, health office, counseling offices, administration, et cetera. And if that wasn't enough, let's add on our solar projects to all campuses, as if that wasn't something that we were initially thinking about, and we didn't use bond dollars for that. But really, he has such an amazing expertise, as well as a strong technical knowledge. He's a tech whiz as well. To see his presentation skills to the board and to the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee has just been beyond impressive. I don't know that I have ever worked or seen, and I know Joe and others who've worked in other districts say the same, that they've ever seen a more skilled and a more effective and a more efficient director of facilities, maintenance, and operations than Mr. Nolan. He really is superb, and it's no wonder that the county has recognized you as well as the County Administrator of the Year. Congratulations, CJ.
Well, I could not agree with Dr. Pulver more, but I feel so fortunate and blessed to really have CJ be part of the Business Services Department. As you can see our facilities, he's really the backbone, the mastermind behind all of our construction and our maintenance and operations and transportation. He is just a phenomenal employee, and I could not think of anyone more deserving of that. He has amazing leadership skills. His whole entire staff really truly trust him, and it's amazing the work that you do, CJ, and I'm just so blessed and fortunate to have you. It's our job to maintain those facilities. It's our job to ensure that we provide adequate facilities for excellent learning and teaching, and you do that every single day. So thank you so much for going above and beyond the call of duty. I'm fortunate. So thank you. Congratulations.
I obviously echo what Dr. Pulver and Albia said. I have worked with other directors, and I think this speaks to very respectfully of those people that CJ literally runs circles around them. And so to have somebody like CJ with his energy and his knowledge about construction, facilities, maintenance, all the way down to just presenting on facility use, which I just know in itself would be like a ginormous job. And CJ is just really one of those employees that gets to yes all the time, even with the most difficult obstacles, challenges. It just always seems like he finds a way to get things done. And it's all for the betterment of the district, the community, and ultimately the students are here in Los Alamitos. So congratulations. I really so deserving, and I'm looking forward to being able to recognize you at the county level as well.
Okay, CJ, I have no money, the board, I've been through this before, but he did get a medal already at another event. Of course, he didn't wear it tonight. You keep choosing that. But I can speak because I've had 40 years experience in another district. There is nobody like CJ. There really isn't. And his commitment to working with our cities, your commitment to well spaces that have just blossomed in all our campuses, to everything else that was mentioned. You are the best. So congratulations. Oh, yes. We even provide a box to put that award in because you'll probably drop it somewhere along the way. But again, here's a certificate for you, 2023 Administrator of the Year. Thank you so much.
All right. I usually don't find myself sweating too bad up here, but today might be a little bit different. I'm not used to totally talking about myself, but first of all, I really wanted to thank my amazing staff, from our maintenance staff to our ground staff to our transportation staff. Special shout out, Bus Driver Appreciation Day today, so thank you guys. I have an amazing staff that really makes my job, makes it look easy, makes it easy for me. They go above and beyond to really serve our district. And also have to thank cabinet, executive cabinet. It's an honor to work with people that are just so passionate about educating our students. And it's a motivating factor in itself just to be around other motivated and passionate leaders in our district. I want to thank my family, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but my father has played a big role in making me the man who I am today and where I am today. And I really wanted to give him a shout out as well. And yeah, it's like I said, I don't usually catch myself sweating up here, but today's a little different. I have a hard time talking about myself. I just want to thank everyone, and especially my beautiful girlfriend, Kaylee. She's amazing. But yeah, thank you guys. It's a pleasure. This is one of those moments that it's really an accomplishment that I really cherish, and it's one of the highlights of my career. So I love this district. I love being here. It doesn't even feel like work most of the time, and most of the time. But thank you all. I really, really appreciate it.
Does anybody on the board want to make any comments about our Hero of the Heart or Administrators of the Year? Okay. Yeah. Big thank you from all of us. And Kevin, I need to know, did you make the cookies that we're giving out after this event? No? Tina, I thought we always got Kevin for cookies. No? What? Okay. Now we're going to do pictures. Take a recess. We're going to take a little recess.
So we'll take a recess, and we'd like to have all of our Eagle Scouts come up to be able to take a picture together, and then we will have our Hero of the Heart, and then our Employees of the Year, and show choir already left. So.
Wonderful celebration of wonderful people. We have no public comment cards submitted, so moving on to action. Action A, approval to utilize California Multiple Awards Schedule, CMAS, contract number 4-2056-0006B, awarded to Garland Roofing Company Incorporated for the purchase of materials to be used in roofing replacement projects for building 100, 300, and 400 at Los Alamitos High School. Ms. Galicia.
Thank you, Mr. President. As we get ready to replace our roofing projects, we want to ensure we get the material by the summer so we can finalize the projects. So we're using the CMAS contract in order for us to be able to take advantage of discounted materials. So this allows us that opportunity.
Okay, do I have a motion for approval?
I so move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. The next three items, B, C, and D, are all from the Keystone Builders, and I'm suggesting that we look at these and approve them all at once, if that's agreeable with everybody. Okay, Ms. Galicia, do you want to talk to any of them?
Yes, absolutely, Mr. President. So Keystone was the lowest responsible bidder as we went out and bid for these projects for the classroom renovations. As you know, we're redoing the floors, we're putting new ceiling tiles and paint, and so we're getting ready for those summer projects for those three buildings, the 150, 300s, and 400s.
Thank you. Do I have a motion for approval of B, C, and D?
So move.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion?
I just thought I would add that Mr. Nolan and Elvia, they were separate bids so that we could get the lowest bid for each of those three projects, but Keystone was the lowest bid for the three. That's
correct.
Lowest responsible bid.
Great.
And so it's fine to go ahead and approve B, C, and D
All
collectively.
right, all those in favor, we have moved and seconded. All those
Yep.
in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Item E, acceptance of bid number 2223-12 and the approval of the agreement with ADCO Roofing Incorporated for the roof replacement project for Building 100 at Los Alamitos High School. Ms. Galicia.
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, we went out to bid for the roofing projects for the 100, 300, and 400. We're now bringing forward the 100 building right now, and ATCO Roofing was the lowest responsible bidder. We will be bringing the others in a later time, but for now, we're bringing the 100 building. Thank you.
Do I have a motion for approval?
I so move.
Do I have a second? Do I have any questions?
I do,
Ms. Diana?
just really quickly. So this is basically the labor because action item A was the materials and then they bid the labor. Is that
That's
correct?
correct.
Great, thank you.
Okay, anything else? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. We'll now move into closed session where we'll discuss labor negotiations, public employee dismissal and discipline, and student discipline. So good night, Los Al.